Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Francisco, and this week has been crap as far as my uploading schedule went. Not because I didn't do it on time, but because I have been flubbing up so much, it's just been unrealistic. But for those of you who are new or checking out this channel for the first time and you decided to subscribe, thank you guys so much. And to the new subscribers, I've seen the biggest count of subscribers happen this last month or last 28 days. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. Um, to me, it means a lot. I may not be in the hundreds of thousands, but I feel I am with every single one person that subscribes. And, if you ever have a question, a suggestion, or just, feel like getting something off your chest privately, always feel free to, DM me or ask any questions. And I always do my best to get to every single, direct message. And it's not like I have hundreds of thousands to go through, but each one counts. And I will always make that attempt and that effort. A lot of my content has to do with many different types of topics. I started off by doing mostly music, hence my username. Um, I worked in the music industry for a number of years. Uh, After that, to cut the story way short, after I got a divorce, I decided to get back into acting, which I started doing when I was 12 years old in 1992. Um, in acting, I said, you know what, this time around, I'm really going to go for it. So, my talent agent, she had me audition for a role for Bass Pro Shop, and then boom, COVID hit. Now, any of you guys that are from Colorado, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but Bass Pro Shop was under fire because they weren't closing down. They were non essential personnel. And even though I got the part, I was like, nobody knew how deadly this was getting. This was just barely on the verge. And I'm like, you know what? This is sounding pretty, messed up here. I don't care if I got the part or not. So they get closed down. We start finding out how badly it was, and boom, lockdown. We all kind of become, introverted in our own little way. And since I live by myself, um, I'm like really just like YouTubing, working remotely, YouTubing, working remotely, then not working remotely, YouTubing. And so did that for, a year. And then 2022 comes around and I haven't been able to get a hold of my agent, so I pray to God that she's okay. If you're out there and you're somehow ran across me, just reach out. My information's still the same. Anyways, um, I joined. Well, just to cut that short too, I went into audition for a feature film. Prior to that, I had just did a magazine shoot as a model, and then I did 3 commercials for YouTube, and they weren't campy or cheesy or anything, or else I wouldn't have taken it. Um, Anything that sounds like just overtly bad, acting just in general is like, nope, I will not do that. Like, I'm no, freaking Tom Hanks or Gary Oldman or, any of those guys. But I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to subject themselves when it just sounds like absolutely terrible. Like, you grab your best car salesman and make a to make a car commercial, and he's never been in front of a camera before. You don't you'd feel uncomfortable if you have all these years of experience and you're standing next to a guy who doesn't, has never did it before. Now, nothing wrong with him because he's going to learn, he's going to get better if he wants to pursue that. But anyways, with the audition, I was that car salesman guy. I completely fucking bombed the living shit out of that commercial. And so, yeah, I remember getting in my car and I'm driving and my mom calls and she's like, "Oh, well, how did it go?" Like shit. "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, I was." So about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I get a phone call, and usually I don't answer numbers I don't know or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know what got me to answer it. So I answer it, and he's like, "Hey, this is so and so, the director of The movie is called What We Don't See. That's what I could divulge to you right now. And I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm thinking in the back of my head, maybe he needs somebody to head up the cleaning crew or something. I don't know. And he offers me the part, and I literally like, come again? Hold on, let me see if I got good enough reception here. And I got the part, wrapped in early August, and I ended up getting a letter from the lead actor that just blew me away. Mind you, I made the audition. I got the part by the skin of my teeth. And to kind of paraphrase this letter, he basically tells me, it's been a pleasure working with you, when I've gotten a chance to, whether it been through the table read, which we did, on Zoom. He's like, or in auditions, if we audition with one another. He's like, I just wanted to let you know because I would want somebody to tell me if a director said this about me. But he said that you just walked in there, you had a presence about yourself. He's like, your line delivery, your cadence. He's like, everything about your scenes, you just killed it. You just knocked it out of the park. And that he hopes that we really step up to match that intensity that you brought. And I'm like, what the, like, really? Like, is this like, and I'm like, wow, like, thank you so much for, the compliment. And it's, in a sense, like, how Allen Iverson, nobody will ever forget, it, this is practice, man. This is practice. I love practicing because it's going to get you better. You're going to work on things that you're weak at. But for somebody like Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, well, bad comparison because Michael Jordan was always the first at practice, last to leave. Kobe picked up the same kind of, mindset. And I know that's basketball, but the same goes with anything in life. And when you have a director who's directing you, to me, it feels so much easier because whatever constructive criticism they have is just going to put you in a better mindset and is going to give you a better flow. It is absolutely rude for anyone. I don't care how established you are, if you're calling cut, and you're not the director. That is extremely rude. If you flub your lines, let the director say, still rolling, go through it again. And, everything that he told me is constructive criticism. It's only going to make me better. And I was surprised about that. So I made a little skit. Mind you, this was just preemptive. This was just in the moment. I thought, what the heck? Everything I've been doing is so gloom and doom lately that let me interject a little something funny into it. So that's what you're going to be seeing here. Then I'm going to go back to a story that just absolutely was devastating. But for the meantime, hope you enjoy my little skit. That's all it was. I didn't put but maybe 10 minutes of time and effort into it. Thought this will be funny. So hope you guys enjoy. And again, thank you guys to each and every one who subscribed. You guys mean the world to me.